If coveting is a sin, one team here might need to ask for forgiveness, sitting just outside the rankings and wanting what their opponent today has, a spot in the top 25. Welcome to Amon G. Carter Stadium in Fort Worth, home to the TCU Horned Frogs. As we'll see a squad from the ACC, the Stanford Cardinals, taking on the 23rd ranked team in the land, the TCU Horned Frogs. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack, Jesse Palmer alongside. Guys, we can't wait to see this game. Been looking forward to it all week. Stanford about to tee it up to get this one going. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The Horned Frogs offense will have the opening possession of the game. And Jesse, in this age of transfers, quarterbacks are the hottest commodities. We've seen this guy, but now different uniform, different surroundings. It's his job to get everybody going in the same direction.
Well, he just has to take command of this offense early. And listen, we've seen in recent years transfer quarterbacks have success right away. Think about Will Howard winning a national championship at Ohio State, Dylan Gabriel over at Oregon, Cam Ward at Miami. This guy has a really good grasp of the offense, picked it up in the offseason. I know they're really excited to see what he can do on the field today.
And these transfer quarterbacks are so wanted because they already have the experience. You know exactly what they can do. You're not guessing. So his experience translates, and they're counting on it. They love him. That's why they went and got him, and that's why he's starting right now.
They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple. So already a challenge on this opening drive. It's 3rd and 9.
I love when defensive backs come up and they are physical and they stick their face in the fan and they aren't scared.
He tosses one high and deep down the left side. And that one's incomplete. They weren't just trying to move the chains. They were trying to move the scoreboard. Instead, it's 4th down. And the Horned Frogs decide to punt it away. First time we've seen their punt team this afternoon. Really good job by the coverage team to make the stop, and that's where they'll put it in play. So Stanford's offense taking the field. First chance we have to see them today. It's not always easy to know what you're going to get when you come into a new situation as a transfer, but one thing, David, that will translate for this guy, when there's a hole, he knows how to hit it.
Yeah, and how nice is it to have a guy, man, you know exactly what he is, who he is. He's been around your program. He knows the lessons you want him to teach. He's the guy you want him to be. And now he gets to step in as a senior with all that experience and lead this squad.
Yeah, and David, he's worked so hard for this moment, too, right? This guy put his heart and soul into the offseason workout program, knowing this day was inevitably going to come. He's going to have an opportunity in this game to stat it up. He's going to get the ball early. He's going to get it often. A lot of people really excited to see how he plays in this one.
Guys, let's talk just for a second about Stanford. The only important expectations are the ones inside the program. But when you start the season on the outside of the rankings looking in, it can give you a little bit of an edge, can it?
Yeah, they want to prove to everybody they should have been ranked coming into this year. These players are angry. They feel like they're being disrespected, and they want to make a point to the entire college football world with a big win today.
And you hear it all off season, and you see it every year. The teams come out of nowhere, and they feel like they've got a lot of potential, a lot of high-ranked players on the squad, and they're going to put it together, and that they'll get themselves into those rankings.
One back in the backfield, he gets the carry. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield.
That play had zero shot. They got to do a better job up front, creating some running lanes. The running back, before he could go anywhere, getting tackled, nowhere to go.
Setting up the screen. Oh, he's got some space. And they got the defense on that one, and they get it to the 29-yard line. No matter how many times they tell you to look for it, it is tough to defend a perfectly executed screen.
Yeah, because I'm trying to go get the quarterback, and everything looks like pass, but when you see it, when you see that screen, you got to retrace your steps, get back into play. Nice job by the offense. The defense just has to recognize that a little bit sooner.
Power football with the run. They pull him down after a 4-yard gain down to the 24. Guys, let's take a big picture view of Stanford. By no means was it a transfer portal exodus, the number of guys they lost among the fewest in the country, but you do wonder if things have just become really transactional in the sport right now.
Well, this is a team that had a lot of success last year, and a lot of their key players want to build off of that. So to me, not a big surprise that these guys have decided to stick around.
Yeah, it's cool to see it, man. You don't see a lot of this in college football nowadays. A lot of people leaving. They're doing a good job of retaining their guys. They must have built a really good culture.
It's complete on the right side. And that'll not only be a first down, it'll be first and goal from the 7. 3rd and short, and I guess the only thing they really took out of play in the shotgun was the quarterback sneak.
Yeah, and that's kind of what I like to do, Reese. I mean, 3rd and inches, I want to run the quarterback sneak, run the football, but this team fully comfortable throwing the football, and you see why. Easy pitch, easy catch, first down.
With the run on 1st and goal. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
That back had absolutely nowhere to run the football. Actually, is he counting? I think he's counting to make sure there's only 11 guys on defense.
Making side adjustments here. Wants to go up top. And he really needed to hold on to that one, but it was not loose, and 3rd down is coming.
And you've got a golden opportunity here now on 3rd down. I know you just threw an incompletion, but you've had a really nice drive to start this game. You want to cap this thing off, and you want to do that by scoring a touchdown. So think about who your best playmakers are and who needs to get a look on this critical 3rd down. Whether you're running it or you're throwing it, the best players touch the ball right here.
Now on 4th down, here comes the field goal team. That is no good. And the score will stay right where it is after that miss.
Well, that's one the kicker would like to have back. That's a kick he should be making in his sleep.
A lot of field in front of them as they open this possession from their own 20. On the run, it's Palmer. Not much there. Picks up a couple to the 22.
And the defense doing a great job committing to the run. When you commit to the run like this, obviously you can give up some plays in the passing game, but you got to stop the run first.
Now on the move. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender.
Well, they try to go quarterback design run on that play, but the defense just not buying it. Nice job, everybody playing downhill and making a tackle close to the line of scrimmage.
Lofts one high and deep. Oh, he had it. The deep ball was there, and it just trickled through his fingers. The Horned Frogs line up to punt it away. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. That nifty return sets up the offense and negates some of the yardage on the punt. Stanford has it back. The Cardinal offense returning to the field. So the first play of the drive will come from the 43. A bit frustrating to miss that short field goal the last time they had it, but this time around, picked off. What a play to set him up. Taking it the other way. Made the play on the pick, was hoping to make one on the return. He'll have to settle for letting the offense pay it off from the 26. They'll move the wide receiver. They'll run it from the gun.
And you want to run the football. That's okay. You'll take some of these. But if they start to add up down the road, obviously, you might want to think about airing it out a little bit.
Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on 2nd down. Looking to fire. And it'll be incomplete. This is some physical pass defense.
What a play by the defender that time because he's matched up one-on-one man coverage against an outstanding wide receiver, and it's the defender who makes the play. Really, really good position. He was up to the challenge. Interesting to see if this quarterback goes his way again.
He took a hit as he threw it and couldn't deliver the football. It's incomplete and fourth down's coming. They'll play it safe and send out the field goal unit. He'll try to put one down the boulevard from 42 yards out. Never a doubt. And that'll put the first points of the game on the board. It's 3-0. Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Terrific showdown this week, guys. Let's take a look at what's going on. Ohio State is in front. They've led for most of the game. However, Brutus isn't exactly putting this one in the win column just yet. They're up by a field goal over Bowling Green. We've got our eye on things here and everything else going on right now, and any updates, you'll see them here. Guys?
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final. Wants to go up top on first down. Makes the catch. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few. Backed up now. Here's second and long. Back to pass. Finds his man. It's Brown. They get him out of bounds. Couple yards short of midfield. They'll mark it at the 48, and this offense is rolling.
Well, when you're running the drag route against man coverage like that, as a quarterback, you got to put the ball out in front of your target. And when you do that, you give the guy a chance to then advance the football up the field, pick up a first down like they did right there.
Running back searching for a hole. And he's able to shed one tackle, but still just a very short gain. We've reached the break, and TCU is holding the lead. We've put one in the books. Let's have a look at our game summary. They are lined up and ready to go and get things started here in the second. Tried to pound it on first down, now back to the line. Going to the ground. And the defense snows him under after a very short gain.
And sticking to the run. I'll tell you what, a lot of teams that are really good are really stubborn, and they continue to run the football even with little success. So this offense is going to continue to focus on running the football, you can tell.
Now with a great opportunity as they pick up the first down. They've got it at the 40. This Stanford offense moving quickly down the field. Quarterback making adjustments. Use the play fake. Now to throw. Quarterback strolling away from heat. Zings it complete to the right. Didn't pick up a lot there. Moved it forward just a few.
Lots of times these slot receivers, they're not the biggest guys in the world, but they're really good at finding the open spaces in the middle of the field. And you saw that guy attack the defense in the perfect spot, making life easy for his QB.
They'll go to work in the air on second down. The short hands, it's Johnson. And just a short, safe pass play. They pick up a few.
Well, it's important in this game, this offense gets the running back involved out in the perimeter in space where he can do some damage. That time they got it to him throwing the football. He picked up a couple of yards, but it gives the defense something to think about.
Shotgun snap, wants to throw it on third. And the incomplete pass will bring up fourth down.
Got to give the defense credit on that play, taking everything away, forcing the incompletion. Now it's decision time. Fourth and short, and you're in field goal range. What do you do here?
They could tie the game here with a field goal, but instead looks as if they'll go for it on fourth down. They're throwing for it on fourth down. He's got it, first down and more. And they reacted well to the completion, but it was too late to keep them from getting the first down. This first half of offense won't go on the highlight reel so far, but starting to get things moving, it's 1st and 10. Just keep slinging it. Going for it all. Hauls it in the end zone. Touchdown!
so underrated. The relationship between a QB and a wide receiver, the timing, the ability to know where he's going to be and be accurate with the football, that's what leads to nice touchdowns, Jesse.
Well, and the chemistry between these two guys has to be great when you're throwing into the end zone because coverage is going to be tight. The throw might not be perfect, but this is something these two guys have been repping in practice over and over and over, and it's paying dividends now on game.
Getting set for the point after. And the extra point makes it 7-3. They march 79 yards on the drive, and the score comes on a touchdown pass covering 28 yards. He'll bring it out. It's Bailey. Gets it across the 20 to the 21, and not quite what he would have picked up just taking the touchback. They come to the line for the first play of the drive, snapping it from the 21. First play of the drive, wants to throw. And that incomplete pass caused by the big hit on first down. Second down coming.
Looked like the offense had a chance for a big play there, but the running back just could not reel that ball in.
Couldn't connect on first down, now back to the air. Makes the catch, it's Palmer. And good coverage by the defense, just a short gain.
One of the things you love about this running back is not only can he run between the tackles, but he's also a weapon in this offense catching the football.
Shotgun snap on third down. He lost one down the sideline. Oh, he dropped it. That deep ball was right on the money. You just have to make that catch.
That's one thing this defense takes a lot of pride on. They like tackling the catch, and they like being around the ball. That time, he was in proximity to knock that thing loose. Nice physical play.
Fields the punt and looking for daylight. Coverage team able to put a stop to that return at the 42-yard line. The Stanford offense making its way back onto the field. They'll start this drive from the 42. They stuck the last drive in the end zone. They'll try to follow suit here. The handoff to Johnson. This freshman makes the stop after a short gain.
The big fella in the middle, man. Those defensive tackles, they go such a long way in deciding and really stopping the other team's run game. Just forcing contact with those guards and those centers, owning the line of scrimmage, and getting...
Turning on the Jets. Couldn't ask for much more there. A first down, and they're down to the 42.
You know, it's funny. I know running backs oftentimes are afterthoughts when it comes to the passing game, but when you think about it, this guy's been making people miss his entire life taking handoffs. So why wouldn't you try to get him involved in the passing game as well? You just saw in that last play how dangerous he is after the catch.
So many playmakers, so much speed in college football, so many big plays after the catch. Not on this instance. The defense did a great job reacting to the throw, getting there in a hurry, and making sure he didn't get any yards after that catch.
Wants to fire on second down. Got his man. They bring him down, but a solid pickup to put them in position to pick up a first down.
Wow, the quarterback knew he had to get that one to his receiver quickly on the in route. Did you see the velocity on that throw?
Out of the shotgun on third down. Hauls it in. They've got it just outside the red zone. They'll move the chains. It's at the 21. This Stanford offense is humming, set up with another first down. We've reached the 2-minute timeout, and they'll talk it over to see if they can build on this lead before halftime. Stanford gets set to snap it on first down. Someone not clear on the snap count. It'll be a false start, and they'll move it back.
False start on offense.
The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. After the shower of flags, it's 1st and 15 for this offense. Use the play fake, now to throw. Looking to scramble. Touchdown, Cardinal! Grabbed Moved in the end zone to put 6 on the board.
I know we're only in game 1, but in this half, you've got to be excited about what you've seen from this offense. Really nice rhythm. Quarterback's got great command on the field with respect to what they're trying to do, and they've got some weapons. I can't wait to see what this offense does this year.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And the extra point makes it 14-3. So that scoring drive took only 6 plays. And they finished the deal with a 26-yard touchdown pass. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. The returner will field it and bring it back. And the coverage team able to wrestle him down. Plenty of time left in the half here as they take over, but they will want to be efficient here in the final 2 minutes. Off the play fake on first down, wants to throw. Got it behind the line. It's Baker. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. They're dealing with a 2nd and long. Safe completion on the screen. And a good job of coverage by that defense, just a short pickup.
Those screen plays, you really want to sell it, get it to your running back, and get him to the 2nd level. Get him running full head of steam on a safety, on a linebacker. He almost got going, but just got tackled before he could really do any damage.
We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. 1st and 10 from their own 24-yard line. Gonna run it. It's Palmer. And he is stopped immediately by the big defensive lineman. Quick tempo, no huddle offense. 2nd down, clock's running. Wants to go up top. And he will get home, and the quarterback goes down at the 17.
And it's such an advantage for this defense to have an outside linebacker like that can rush the passer, because they can set the edge. They can get off the ball, and they're just way too fast for tight ends or for offensive tackles to get out and block them.
Looking to the big tight end. And the deflection on 3rd down. How big is that? Forces a 4th down. And the Horned Frogs send out the punt unit. He'll try to really get into this one. He'll field the punt and try to get some yardage. Returns like that are why you don't settle for the fair catch if you don't have to. Picks up just a little bit of yards to help out the O. Inside 30 seconds to play in the half. We'll see how aggressive they are on this drive. He fires one deep down the right side. And it's knocked away downfield. The DB getting a hand in there.
Well, we know this offense hasn't been able to get it going on the ground so far in this game. Now they're trying through the air, but give this defense credit. They've got a really good game plan. They've got all 11 guys on that side of the ball executing perfectly. Fantastic job in the back end that time, being in position and making sure that thing fell incomplete.
Running out of time here in the first half. They're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. Using the quick game. We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half. Maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays.
Timeout, Stanford.
Just enough time for one final play of the half. Looking downfield on 1st down. Lets it fly deep downfield. The pass falls incomplete, and that's how we'll finish this half. That's going to wrap up the first half here, and now we join Kevin with the halftime update.
Thanks, guys. You've had yourselves a superb broadcast so far in Fort Worth. And how do we possibly begin without singing the praises of this receiver? His ability to find gaps, run textbook routes, and then show that breakaway speed. He simply is the total package. How this secondary responds, whether they try to double-team him or get aggressive at the line, that'll be the story of this second half. And with that, back to Amon G. Carter Stadium and our outstanding broadcast team.
Thanks for that breakdown, Kevin. The Horned Frogs will kick it away to start the second half. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Trying to set the tone on the ground in the second half. And he's swallowed up at the line of scrimmage by the big defensive tackle.
Defense is about firing off, hitting the offensive guys and staying in their gaps. Everybody knowing where they're supposed to be. You could tell the defense, everyone was right where they're supposed to be, nowhere to run.
Under fire. That's caught. It's Johnson. Gets it up to the 35-yard line before going out of bounds.
Well, one thing you got to say about this guy is he's very, very poised. He knew he had that defender bearing down on him. He got hit right as he threw it. Still, though, it didn't affect his accuracy. Nice job getting that completion.
He's knocked down a couple of yards behind the line of scrimmage.
Man, when you go into the half and you're down, like that speech is usually pre-fiery. A lot of words you can't use on television. And so this coaching staff probably challenged their guys, and I like the way they started this second half so far. Physically, flying around, doing a great job stopping the run. They got to play like this the rest of the game.
This defense has a lot of speed, especially in the secondary. You saw that speed. That defender got to that receiver so quick, and because of the hit, incomplete pass.
On 3rd and long, no secret what he needs here. Oh, he had it. The deep ball was there, and it just trickled through his fingers.
It's so nice when you know it's 3rd and long, you know a pass is coming, you've worked on it all week, get your feet set at the sticks, understand that quarterback's got to be rushed, get him off of his spot. Nice execution by this defense.
TCU has it back, and the Horned Frogs go on offense. They didn't get much done the last time they had it, and to punt it away from deep in their own territory, hoping this drive will be more productive. From the gun, the ground game. Finds some fresh air. He's loose.
And how about that? Right after they get the explosive play running the ball, they're going right back to the line of scrimmage for some tempo.
They'll ride the hot hand. And I think they'll give him 2 on that one. 2nd and 8 coming up.
And a lot of times you want those big plays. You want those splash plays. But sometimes you're going to take some losses. You're not going to run the football overly well. But if you continue to run it, you can at least create some balance. You at least have the threat of it. Otherwise, you're just going to abandon it, and now it's just going to be a passing game.
Definitely been tough sledding for this guy, especially in the first half. They gave him the ball a bunch, but they just don't have a ton of yards on the ground to show for it at this point. That looked like a pretty good run, though. You just wondered maybe in the second half, if they keep giving him the football, it may start paying some dividends.
Yeah, and tight ends aren't just line up and block guys. These guys are athletes. You line them up all over the field. And nowadays, you can start to feature them more and more in the passing game.
From the shotgun, the handoff to the back. It continues to be a long day as they are just swarming every time he gets the ball. In the gun and looking to throw on 3rd down. Catch in the middle, it's Palmer. There he goes.
All right, defense, you got to turn the page. You just gave up an explosive play through the air, but here comes the offense going quickly. You got to get lined up now and get ready for another one.
The RPO, fire complete to the left. They'll spot the ball at the 12 after that completion.
My old coach said you'll never go broke taking a profit. Take what's there, take the positive yards, and never complain.
Give to the single back. And he runs into a wall. Maybe got it back to the line of scrimmage.
And you're seeing on both sides really hard to run the football in this one. You've got to give both of these defenses tons of credit. They are so physical up front. These defensive lines can take the game over, and right now, it's tough sledding on the ground.
Slings it downfield. Makes a connection. They make the tackle just outside the end zone, but it'll be 1st and goal from the 1. And the Horned Frogs didn't start this drive with great field position, but they have moved methodically down the field. They'll dial up the run on 1st and goal. He has an extensive juke library, and he exhausted it and still didn't pick up much. 2nd and goal for this offense. Tries again to get it in. And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it.
And with the stuff there, Jesse, on 2nd down, this little 3rd to mid-range, you got 2 downs. What are you thinking here?
Maybe getting your quarterback out on the perimeter and giving him a run-pass option. See if you can get the defense in a bind.
They're going to throw it on 3rd and goal. Going for 6. Touchdown, TCU! Fired in from the red zone for the score.
One of the areas they really focused on with this receiver in the offseason was we need you to make more plays for us in the end zone. When we're taking shots, we need you to be able to step up and make tough catches. David, what a grab right there.
And I think a lot of that has to do with trusting your guy, knowing where he's going to be, knowing when he's going to sit down, when he's not. So being on the same page, and then having a guy that can go get it. Just when the ball is near him, he's going to make the play, just like he did right there for 6 points.
Here's the snap, looking to throw. Finds his big tight end. He gets it in for the 2-point conversion, and now they trail by only 3. Kickoff unit is out there again, and this crowd is feeling themselves after that last drive. Here he comes from inside his own 5. Finds just enough space to cross the 25. Let's mark it at the 27-yard line. First play of this drive comes from the 27. They go to the ground. He picks up maybe a couple before he's stopped right at the 30-yard line.
That's a really good job by the defense, wrapping them up, getting them on the ground, take away that run game, make them one-dimensional, put them in passing situations. Really good job by the defense.
Got 3 on 1st down at 2nd and 7. How about this sophomore stopping him short of the 1st down line?
I love offenses and quarterbacks that are willing to take the easy stuff. Take those easy throws that are guaranteed to get positive yards. Yeah, I'm going to take big shots down the field too. But don't forget, it's easier to pick up 2nd and 5, 3rd and 5 than it is when we start getting those long yardage situations.
Makes the grab down the middle. He'll have enough for the 1st down, and they stop him at the 45.
This is exactly why 3rd down is practiced every single day. 3rd and short, 3rd and medium, 3rd and long. It's money down for a reason. You got to lock in. Great success by the offense so far in 3rd down.
That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball. The Cardinal increasing the degree of difficulty after that last play. It's 2nd and long. Quarterback may change this route. Trying play action. Looking to buy time. Rolling, throwing, looking right. Hauls in the deep ball. He'll be stopped just short of the end zone, but they'll have it 1st and goal.
And that is such an accurate throw. It's one thing to do it from the pocket when you have your feet set underneath you, but when you can get outside, off schedule, on the move, and throw a dart like that, that is just big time, and the offense gets a huge explosive play.
This Stanford offense moving quickly down the field. Power ahead. Touchdown, Stanford! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house.
And the running back was not going to be denied on that play. He had a hole. He saw it. He put his foot in the ground, and that was pay dirt.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And with the extra point, they're now up by a touchdown and a field goal at 10. So that scoring drive took only 6 plays. They're coming out to tee it up for the kickoff, and that last score was a real buzzkill for this crowd. On the run from inside his own 5. And the return man is stopped, and that'll leave it up to the offense on the next drive. First snap of this drive will come from inside the 15 at their own 14-yard line. On the ground with the counter. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple.
And coming out in the second half, this offense, they needed to establish this run game. They needed to get something going. They're losing. They've got to find a way to get a flow, to get a rhythm. And so far here to start this second half, defense picking up where it left off.
And brought down. Looks as if that's how we'll end the third. At the end of the quarter, it is Stanford holding the edge. They're sitting in a strong position here with the lead. Let's take a look at our game summary. One more period to go to see who can make the winning plays and come home with the victory. After swapping ends of the field, that gave them a little time to figure out how they'll open the final period here on third down. They'll try to get it through the air. Got a man, it's Palmer. At the 45 on his way. Oh, a lot of space. You want to talk about shifting the field in an instant. He's got it all the way down to the 10-yard line. They absolutely had to have that third down to keep any glimmer of hope alive.
And defensively, that's exactly what I want. Make you get the third down. The clock is your enemy. Multiple possession lead. That is right where I want this offense.
Going to work in the red zone. They can't pick up the first down without getting it into the end zone. Right back to the well. What powerful running, just driving the pile forward for everything he could get. He'll be just a few inches short. Really need to pick up this conversion and avoid having to settle for the field goal. He'll do it himself. And he'll race it to the house. Touchdown, Horned Frog!
The defense has got to do a better job of taking the most dangerous man. That's the guy with the football in his hands. Force him to do something with it. You can't just let him keep the ball and go score.
Lining up for the PAT. And with the extra point, every little bit counts as they get closer. And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
A bit of an under-the-radar game this week, guys, but take a look at this. Notre Dame is running away with this one today, thanks to an offense that is more.
Another ball is knocked free. It's recovered by the kicking team, and they'll steal a possession.
Very rarely do you have a play on defense where you've got 30 yards head of steam built up to come make a collision. On kickoff and kickoff return, you do. And a lot of times you see big sticks and fumbles happen as a result.
Red pass, it's complete. He goes out of bounds right at the 10-yard line, and the offense can smell the touchdown from here. They've moved it into scoring territory, 1st and 10 from the 11. Motion from the wide receiver. To the air on first down. And the physical play there forces the incompletion on first down.
Well, the quarterback knew he wanted to go to his tight end on that play. He's a big physical target, but it was the hit on the play that forced the incompletion.
Back to pass on second down. Caught over the middle. It's Bond. They'll get it down to the 8-yard line on that throw and catch, and the defense is backed up against the wall. They'd love to pick up this third down and get a fresh set with 1st and goal. On third down, he drops to throw. He's going to be a little bit short of that first down marker, and this defense did a tremendous job not to lose contain on the scramble. This kicker is going to need nerves of steel on this one. Didn't make him sweat at all. It's good. And we are all tied up here in the 4th.
And you want a touchdown and you want to be aggressive, but man, right down the middle, that obviously gives me some confidence down the road that I can trust this guy.
We've got a dandy going here, all tied up in the fourth quarter and about to kick it away. He'll start the return inside his 5. He was looking for more running room, but none to be found as he stopped at the 23. Stanford has it back, the Cardinal offense returning to the field. Opening play of this drive will come from their own 23. They'll start this drive going to the air. The quick out. And the defense had that one well covered, just a short gain there.
Well, that was a weird one because I think running back screen was called, but the quarterback just saw an open receiver downfield and said to himself, hey, I got an open guy. I'm just going to take it.
Going to sling it on second down. They're working that left side. He moves the chains, and they'll mark the ball at the 33.
Nice job by the receiver there, running the drag route against zone coverage, finding the soft spot, making it easy on his quarterback to get the completion. He turns it upfield, and he moves the sticks.
And he is snuffed out, greeted by a host of defenders.
When you play defensive end, it's all about getting off the football. You can tell, gets off the football really fast, gets in the backfield, gets the running back before he knows what hit him. What a play by the defensive end.
Quarterback now breaking the field. Nifty little scamper on this one. Enough for the first down, and he slides in safely.
You know, I think in this situation of the game, too, if I'm this guy, I'm thinking the same thing, right? I'm throwing and getting yards, and if it's not there, I'm going to take this game over myself with my legs. We're in the fourth quarter. We've got an opportunity, one possession down, to get back in this thing. I just got to do whatever I got to do to make that happen.
Grabbed in the middle. It's flat. Couldn't ask for much more there. A first down, and they're down to the 42.
Well, offensively, they knew they were going to have some matchups they could take advantage of in this one, and all of a sudden, this quarterback has now over 300 yards passing in the game. Defensively, David, he has got them on their heels.
And he's been showing you a little bit of everything. He can throw it all over the field to all different receivers, to his tight ends, to his running backs. Really has the ability to spread it around, and now over 300 yards. Still some time left, and he can put up even bigger numbers. And, heck, go chase some awards, man. Get some postseason awards. Get an All-American. Just put up a day.
The Cardinal increasing the degree of difficulty after that last play. It's second and long. Looking to fire. He's got an open man. They've got it inside the 30. They'll mark it at the 28. It's first down. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Stanford going back to work with another first down. Hands it off. Stop behind the line. He'll lose a yard.
You want to stop the run game? Get the big defensive tackles in the middle. Get penetration. Those big boys eating up blocks, taking away gaps and holes for those running backs to run through.
Using his power and his sweet feet to get into the backfield quickly.
And you know you're athletic when you describe with power and sweet feet. I mean, just put those two things together and you're just pretty amazing.
Working well behind the sticks on second down. Back to pass. Makes the grab. It's Johnson. He's really close to that first down marker, but they stop him just a bit short.
What a great job by the quarterback working through his progressions here. In a 2-minute situation, he doesn't force it down the field if it's not open. Check it down to your back, let him go to work, and he comes up with a huge play.
On third and short, trying to impose their will and move the chains. Knocked down in the backfield, and that'll bring up fourth down. Timeout is called, and it's the defense wanting to make sure that everyone's on the same page for this big down. So on fourth down, here comes the field goal kicker in a huge spot. It is good. Just over a minute to go in this one. They have the lead now to try to hold it.
Well, the offense and special teams did their job right here late in the fourth quarter. They put themselves now in position to win this game. It all comes down to the defense. Can they deliver? If they get the stop, they win this game.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. TCU will send its offense back onto the field. Always good to get points on a drive, David, but chip shot field goals can leave you a little empty.
And I think it's great to get points, but the great teams get touchdowns in the red area. You got to get out there this time and execute a little better on this drive.
You're absolutely right, David. Generally, the best red zone offenses are the ones that run the ball the best. So let's see if they can be a little bit more physical on this drive.
They'll rip off 8 on that play. It's 2nd and 2. Quick timeout call by the offense after the play, trying to preserve every minute possible. The Horned Frogs in a good spot here with 2nd and short. Running to Green. And he gets the first down, but man, did he get the hit stick laid on his noggin. It's a first down. They'll stop the clock to reset the chains. Offense up tempo. Wants to throw on first down. Got a man. It's Bailey. A quick tackle made, but he's got plenty for the first down. Timeout called by the defense. It's their first of the half as they'll make some adjustments. This quarterback has to stay calm, cool, and collected and drive his team down for a score late in the fourth. Got him downfield. Good, solid pickup there. Now they can start to smell it with a first down at the 31. And now they come up and spike it to stop the clock.
No gain on the play. 2nd down coming up.
What will they dial up on 2nd and a long way to go? Running into the open space.
That's a really nice play on 2nd down. I love the quarterback's read. I love that he kept it. Good offensive coordinators across college football, they have no problem repeating the same play over and over again if it's successful.
Pulls it in. It's Baker. That'll be enough for a first down, and they've got it at the 16-yard line. Offense will use a timeout. 19 seconds left in the game. And this field goal attempt might be their chance to save themselves. Timeout is called by the defense. 19 ticks remaining. This to tie things up in the final minute. So this field goal unit has been getting the job done. They've already made a couple here today. Never a doubt. Right down the middle. Guys, final minute of play, and we are all tied up.
Man, that is a massive field goal. So much pressure on him. With just a couple seconds left here in the game, he knocks it through the uprights. It looks like this thing's going into overtime as long as your defense is not completely screwed this thing up.
Here's the return from inside his 10. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. They'd love to put a long drive together here as they start from their own 21. They'll start this drive going to the air. Trying to beat the D deep. Gets a hand in there and breaks it up. It's incomplete, but wait, there is a flag down on the play. So the game will continue for at least one more play as the penalty gives the offense an untimed down. 3 yards, first down for the offense after that penalty. Looking to throw on first down. He's got it down the middle. Timeout on the field and 4 ticks left to go. Here comes the offense on 1st and 10 from the 47. Looking to throw on first down. The pass is incomplete and 1 second is left.
Well, you look at the clock, they've got time for one more play, but they're out of Hail Mary range here, needing a touchdown to win this game. This is going to be a last-second, last-chance play that they practice, by the way, throughout the week. It's going to involve probably a lot of laterals. We've seen crazier stuff happen in college football.
And back to the air on second down. Unloads it downfield. Incomplete, the final play of regulation, and now we head to overtime. 4 quarters not enough to settle this one. We're headed to overtime.
And these teams have played so well, back and forth, evenly contested game. How about a little free football, Jesse?
Yeah, I love this, David. Free football. And finding out which of these two teams is the most mature. Who can settle down now with the game on the line and make the big play.
All right, guys, so here we go in overtime, and just to refresh everyone's memory, alternating possessions starting on the opponent's 25.
And it's so nice to be on defense first, just to set the tone, to understand what you need. Try to hold them to a field goal. The offense knows they can do their job to go out and get a win. Just 2 possessions, Palmer, like you got to be at your best.
Yeah, and I love the new rules, too, because in the third overtime possession, it goes to alternating 2-point plays, back and forth. Who's got anything left in the tank here in OT?
We'll get it started here in overtime. Off the play fake on first down to throw. Just too much heat that time, and they knock him down at the 31.
This defense, they are tenacious, and they've got guys up front that are athletic and that are so strong and then can collapse the pocket. You saw it right there in that play action attempt.
Rides the back on the option, the give. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield. And the Horned Frogs need their binoculars to find that line to gain here on third down. Quarterback running on the draw. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple.
I love the awareness by the defense there. Third and long, everybody in the building thinking this is going to be a pass. But up front, they were very, very aware that they might see run. They did a really good job playing with their eyes. They rally to the ball, they get the TFL, and now they set up fourth and long. Well, that kid just showed off his hammer for a leg, 50-plus, and he did it with ease.
Down by a field goal and a touchdown will win it. Let's see what they've got on first down. Wants to go up top on first down. This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. So now it's second and long. The play action fake. And that's going to fall to the ground incomplete. That was a physical matchup there. Third down coming. Let's see what they have on third down as they want to make sure they keep this in makeable field goal range. Trying to move the sticks on third down through the air. Makes the grab over the middle. Picks up enough to give them 1st and 10 from the 13.
Well, look, that wasn't a touchdown, but that was a massive play for this offense. They needed some momentum. They needed to find a rhythm, and what better way than converting on third down. Awesome job by the quarterback getting through his production.
He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
You know, as a quarterback, you believe in your matchup. And my running back, if I can get him the ball in space, he's going to win a lot of times. He didn't that time. The defense was ready. Nice job in the open field making the nice tackle.
Makes the grab. That completion gets them inside the 10, and the defense is running out of room to defend.
And I love when my quarterback sees zone and knows exactly where to go with the football. Sees the wide receiver running the drag route, knows when to throw it, pulls the trigger for the easy completion.
On third and long, trying to have a big completion here. And they get to the quarterback and knock him down back at the 16. The pocket broke down, and the quarterback had to take the sack.
Really impressed by this pass rush, Reese. Just guys winning their individual battles one-on-one up front. They're able to get to the quarterback.
So now we'll line up for one of the biggest kicks of this game. No problem at all as he knocks it through and will go to another overtime.
And that's not the way they wanted to end the drive, but nice job being ready and your field goal kicker coming through and putting 3 points on the board.
We play on first down here in the second overtime period. Looking downfield on first down. Quickly complete. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
Really good defense. You know, you're trying to stay as close as you can to all these targets, and most importantly, those open field tackles and getting them on the ground as soon as they catch it. That's a major deal for defenses, and that was a good example there of it.
Here's a hit. And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
Man, it's easy to play defense when you can do this. When you can get to the quarterback quick and make him make a decision quick, it makes it easier for the secondary, for the linebackers, for everybody on the field.
Right down the middle. If he houses this, it's ball game. Takes it the other way. He's at the 40, the 20. That'll do it. A pick six for victory. The interception to win it in overtime. Just one moment, and all of a sudden, the fortunes turn.
You're in a position where you're about to give up points, and now you flip that around and you put points on the board. Perfectly executed. What do you do in an interception? First guy blocks the intended receiver. Everybody else starts to form a wall where the ball's going. Nice blocking, nice interception, nice return for the touchdown.
Stanford University, a bastion of academia and the alma mater of some of college football's most legendary figures, Elway, Luck, Sherman, and McCaffrey. And today, the Stanford Cardinal will try to live up to that legacy. We've got a terrific matchup for you today, rich in pageantry and tradition, and it ought to be a fantastic clash. As we'll see a squad from the SEC, the Vanderbilt Commodores, taking on a team from the ACC, the Stanford Cardinal. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, here with David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Guys, let's get this thing rolling. The Commodores will kick it away to start us off. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. So Stanford's offense comes onto the field first today. And David, we'll see whether this running back has the ability to elevate his game and really become a star in this offense.
Yeah, he's still developing. I think when you watch him, you say, oh, he's still learning the vision and how to play the running back spot. And I think you leave him, Jesse, going, I want a little bit more. I want more consistency, more big plays, so this offense can really take off.
I think the coaching staff, I think the fans know for the future of this program, they need to upgrade at the position. They'll try to do that in recruiting or the portal. But for right now today, this guy has to be able to make plays when his opportunities show up.
Stanford with a lot of options here on 2nd and short. He'll run it again. They bring him down, but not before he's able to pick up the first down.
You love to see this on offense. Early in drives, getting that kind of yardage keeps you ahead of the chains.
Wants to throw on first down off the play fake. Got rid of it in a hurry, but he couldn't find his man. It's incomplete.
I don't know about the decision that time by the quarterback. He may have been expecting man coverage, but that time the defense was in zone, and they did a really nice job closing the window. The intended target was not open, and that's why that one fell incomplete.
Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face 3rd down. And now this offense tries to figure out a way to move the chains after the 2nd down misfire. Pressure coming. And the rush will get to him at the 25.
Man, you can't draw it up any better than that. First possession, force a 3rd down. You want to shut the home crowd up, sack the quarterback, create some momentum. Now you're getting the football back to your offense, probably with great field position.
Stanford lines up to punt it away. Looks as if they might have a little something going on that drive, but they'll have to kick it. This guy is a daring punt return man. He's not going to settle for the fair catch. A solid return. Gets a little bit of ground for the offense. So Vanderbilt's offense will go to work for the first time. And they are coming off a sensational performance led by this quarterback who's hoping he can build on things, Jesse.
Well, I know, having played the position, when you have a big game, you just can't wait to get back out there again and build on that performance. David, last time out, he was making the right reads. He showed off his...
No more time to throw. Quarterback is sacked at the 35.
And the defense gets a sack, and that's going to be the big determining factor in this football game. A week ago, he only got sacked 1 time. They've already got him on the ground. If they want to win this football game, they got to keep getting after the quarterback.
And the Commodores have put themselves in dire straits after that last play. It's 2nd and a mile. Thomas looking to fire. Pucks it out of the air. And there might have been trouble if they hadn't gotten to him immediately.
This quarterback right now is in a groove, and he's doing a nice job in pre-snap. He's reading the coverage, and he's getting an idea of where he wants to go with the football. That's why the ball's coming out of his hands so quickly, and that's why he seems like he's in a great rhythm right now.
Quickly out to the tight end. He's going to come up about 5 yards short of the line to gain.
Well, I know the tight end did some good things after the catch, but got to give the quarterback credit, too, for the location of the throw. Because he put it out in front of his big man, he was able to make the catch and accelerate, creating some distance there between him and the defense.
Downfield and incomplete. The defense holds.
And those 4th down stops are so huge for momentum to turn the ball back to your offense. Great pass defense, seeing the ball, breaking on it, swatting it down so the receiver couldn't make a play. Nice job by this defense.
And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
On the play.
Great job of contained by this defense. And in order to do that, the end man on the line of scrimmage defensively has got to be able to set the point and force the football back into traffic. And that's exactly what happened.
And they pick up just a few on that completion. You know, sometimes even a short gain like that can be used to set up something bigger later on.
No doubt, Reese, they can pump that and take a shot down the field. And don't worry, they're going to go back to that same play because they know this guy with the ball in his hands is dangerous. He makes one guy miss, he can take it to the house.
The offense changing the play. From the gun, he'll try to throw for it on third down. It's complete. Chopping up this defense, and they've got it all the way down to the 23.
And those aren't the guys I'm leaving open on defense. These slot wide receivers, they've got the space in the middle of the field to work. I got to make sure that I got somebody inside of him. I got somebody outside of him. I can't give him the football because a lot of times these guys...
Pass rush coming after the quarterback, and they get him at the 32.
Well, that defender just was better in his one-on-one on the pass rush. He does a great job beating the offensive lineman to get to the QB.
The Cardinal increasing the degree of difficulty after that last play. It's second and long. Wants to go up top. He's got his man. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover to pick up the first. The Cardinal will have to come up with a huge play to keep this drive going on third down. From the gun, wants to pass. Finds his man. Doesn't quite make it to the first down marker. He's a yard short.
That's a really big completion for the offense. And look, I know they didn't get the first down, but because of it, they're now set up in fourth and very short. And if you're the head coach, you're thinking very long and hard if you're going to go for this one now because of that success you had on that play.
On fourth down, looking for the completion. Holds it in, the first down and more. Works his way to the 4-yard line, and they'll have it first and goal. This Stanford offense moving quickly down the field. They'll try to get it in with the run. Knocked down behind the line of scrimmage, he'll lose a yard.
And you got to get locked in the red zone. A lot of defensive coordinators, they'll tell you, we'll give up yards, but we got to understand what we're trying to get accomplished. Great job down here near the goal line. This defense bowing their neck up and getting a big stop.
Under fire. And he can't find his man as he was trying to pay off this red zone opportunity.
And it's a good job by this defense, man. You drop back, you play really smart, play sound. Understand, there's not a lot of field to cover, and they couldn't fit the ball in a window. Good pass defense.
Back in motion, trying to clear the picture. Third and goal, and they'll try to pass it in. Can't make the grab as he was going for 6 right there.
Man, they just couldn't find a hole. Down in the red zone, the field shrinks. So much harder to complete those passes. But fourth and short. Now, decision time, baby.
It's good. He hit that one right down the middle. And with that, they break the seal on the scoring. It's 3-0.
Then so many more times we're going to say, go for it, be aggressive. Nice to have a guy you can depend on. And you know you're putting 3 on the board. Nice kick, nice job.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Out of the gun, they'll run it inside. Picks up a useful 5-yard chunk out to the 30-yard line. The Commodore headed quickly to the line.
And you're seeing the offense now mix up the tempos. After a successful run, they're now going hurry up.
And it's a first down. They'll mark it at the 44. They'll try to snap it quickly.
And as soon as the receiver caught the ball, you saw the quarterback start communicating to his teammates what the next play was going to be because they're now changing the tempo and going fast.
And this one will be stopped for no gain. Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Thomas back to pass. Nowhere to go with the ball, and down he goes at the 39.
And a great job by the defense, dropping in zone coverage, all eyes on the quarterback, taking away the options, and then finally the pass rush gets home, gets him on the ground.
On 3rd and long, hoping to throw beyond the sticks. Quickly to the tight end. He gets it up to the 44-yard line. He'll be marked out of bounds right there as this offense continues to roll. And the Commodores will line up to punt it away. We've reached the break, and it is Stanford holding the lead. And we've reached the end of one. Before we move on, let's take a look at our stats so far. Now to see if these guys can get back in the game as we open the 2nd quarter. The Commodores will punt it away on 4th down. First time we've seen their punt team tonight. And he is knocked down immediately. Brave to try the return. The coach might have preferred fair catch. This drive opens up at the 23-yard line. The give to Davis. Really good job by everybody there. Well blocked, good run, and a first down. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. They'll snap it on 1st down from the 35. To the air on 1st down. And this will be incomplete. A big hit there forces 2nd down.
Not many receivers like to get hit. They just don't, okay? They're prima donnas. That's what they are. That's who they are. Nice job by the defender. You could tell he was catching the football. He was going to put a hit on him to make sure he had to think about something later, and you could see the ball pop out and fall to the ground.
This really has been a Jekyll and Hyde story for this quarterback. His last game out, he completed over 80% of his throws, but things just not going his way in this one. You've got to give the defense a ton of credit.
That pass is well off target. He got hit as he was trying to throw, and they can't convert on 3rd down. Stanford lines up to punt it away. Let's see if he can help the coverage team out with this one. Fields the punt and tries to find an opening. That's a perfect example of not settling for a fair catch. Pick up whatever yardage you can and help out the offense. Opening snap of this drive comes from the 38-yard line. They'll ride the running back and leave it with him. Finds enough room to get it up to the 44 before he's knocked out of bounds. And the Commodores moving quickly to the line.
The offense has a little bit of success on the ground, and they're up. Look at them. They're ready to go again. Back on the line of scrimmage, ready to run another play.
And he makes the catch, but he can't stay in bounds. That'll be incomplete. The Commodores come to the line on 3rd and short, looking to keep the drive moving. Thomas looking to fire. Nowhere to go, and the ball is loose. And the defense jumps on it, and they get that turnover.
Well, you got to know as a quarterback, when you're in an empty set, which means you have no running backs in the backfield with you, you got to be able to get rid of the football. And you're expecting pressure. The clock's going to go off in your head. Not a good job of keeping 2 hands on the football, and the defense able to knock it loose.
They'll leave it with him. Not a whole lot of room there. 3 yards maybe. 2nd and 7.
The run game just has not been working for this offense all game long. You saw it on that last play as well. Just not getting enough push up front on the offensive line. They haven't been physical enough.
2nd down, they'll go to the air. Fires to the big fella. And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain.
You know, I know it seems like an easy pitch and catch, but for the tight end there, that route potentially changes if it's man coverage. So good job by him knowing it's zone. I'm just going to sit down. This is basically like a check down, right? Let's just take the easy pitch and catch and keep this drive going.
They've got enough for the first down, and they're in the red zone at the 20. He might have expected to see this DB up in his receiver's kitchen. Instead, nice little zone, and they pick up the first.
Man, offenses are getting so good, Reese, at seeing the holes in the zone, knowing you're in zone, knowing where to sit down, how to make it an easy pitch and catch for the quarterback, and that's what it was on 3rd and short.
This Stanford offense is humming, set up with another first down. They'll try to get it in with the run. He pushes it forward all the way to the 2-yard line. And after the really good gain on first down, they'll try to finish it off on 2nd and goal. Trying to slam in. And he's very fortunate to get it back to the line of scrimmage, greeted by a sea of defenders. Twice they've been denied touchdowns in the red zone, and now it's 3rd and goal. From the gun, wants to pass. Touchdown, Cardinal! Fit in the window for the score.
I'm going to spread you sideline to sideline with all my speed, make you cover the whole field. Nice job by the offense, going with a little spread look, taking advantage of the speed they had on the field, and getting the big touchdown.
He'll try to tack on one more. And with the extra point, they push the lead out a little further. So they move the ball 37 yards on the drive. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Thomas back to pass. Flushed out of the pocket. Defense falls on the ball. Going to be a turnover.
And that is exactly how you draw it up. You get to the quarterback, but you get the football. If you hit him, you try to rake it out. Great job by the defense. Getting the sack, getting the fumble.
Stanford offense making its way back onto the field. How about the way they attacked the last time they had the ball, mixing run and pass and winding up in the end zone, Jesse?
That's why recruiting is so important. They've got weapons at every skill.
Oh, he's getting ahead of steam. The tackle is made, but he's got it 1st and goal from the 6. So close to cashing it in for this offense. They'll keep it on the ground for 1st and goal. And he was fortunate to get that one back to the line of scrimmage at the 5. No gain on the play.
Awesome job up front by this defensive line, being so good at the point of attack and eating blocks, eating some double teams that allows these linebackers to run free, unencumbered, and get to the football.
Back's looking for the goal line. Give him 6. Touchdown, Stanford!
I love the bounce back for this offense. We lost a week ago. Let's put that in the rearview mirror. That game's gone. Let's improve. Let's get better. So far in this first half, they've done just that.
They'll try to tack one more on their score. And with the extra point, they now have a 3-possession lead at 17. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
All right, guys, a little update on what else is happening in college football this weekend. Old Dominion fell behind early, and it's been an uphill climb since. thing is, this is a program that's worked the portal about as well as anyone. These kids are tough and could just find a way. It's a touchdown game. They're trailing by 7 to Virginia Tech. We'll circle back if anything big happens you need to know about.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. That's about as close as you can get to that marker, and it will be second and just a few breaths away from the first down. On the option. The give to the back. Stopped in the backfield, and that'll be a loss of 2. And the Commodores want to move quickly. On 3rd and short, they'll ride the running back here. They get him stopped at the 26, but that'll be enough for this offense to go to work on first down.
Really nice run there, picking up the first down. Now they're right back up to the line of scrimmage, ready to go again.
We've reached the 2-minute timeout, and a score on this drive would do wonders for their confidence. The Commodores will snap it on 1st and 10. Thomas looking to fire. Hauls it in. And that's a very productive first down play and bringing up 2nd and 3. Quick tempo here for the offense. 2nd down, he'll throw it. Just too much heat that time, and they knock him down at the 31. Big 3rd down coming from their own 31. Defense tries to get off the field. Trying to pick up a first down. Snap from the gun on 3rd down. And he feels the heat coming in and burns him up. Another sack. Referee signals timeout. It's the defense wanting to make sure that they have everything just right with a big play coming. And the Commodores will send out the punt unit. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. He'll get it up to about the 44-yard line before they slam the brakes on it. Stanford has it back. The Cardinal offense returning to the field. First snap of this drive comes from their own 44. This offense has really been clicking in the game so far, Jesse.
No doubt. Everything their play caller is dialing up, these guys offensively have been able to go out and execute.
Yeah, and it's just maintaining the lead. Keep doing what you've been doing. You got a big lead. Let's just keep piling it on until they find an answer.
Try to make up for some of that lost ground on 2nd down. Working that left side now. Big pickup on that one. They'll mark him out at the 40.
And that was a nice throw by the QB. When you see that drag route coming across the field, how about putting the ball right on his numbers? Not high, not low, where he has to stop his momentum. Right on the numbers where he can catch it, keep running, and chew up some yards after the catch.
And he had it for a second, but it just dribbled out of his hands.
Just got to finish the play through the wide receiver. You got to look that one in and complete it. It's a bad drop.
Behind the chains now on 2nd and long. Off the bootleg, wants to throw it. Using his legs to buy some time. Intercepted, big play, stops the drive. He was thinking big return, didn't get that, but boy, did he give his offense an opportunity at the 31.
Who says defensive backs don't have hands? Nice job breaking on the football and making the catch. A lot of times you see guys swat it down or you see them trying to catch it. It looks like they have 2 left hands. Defensive backs don't catch real well. Nice job breaking on the football. Nice job securing the INT and actually catching it.
Plenty of time to work, not any time to waste as they take over here in the final 2 minutes of the half. Thomas back to pass. Fires to the tight end.
Nice quick throw there. And it's so important for quarterbacks to be able to find a rhythm and to be comfortable and confident. You want to just get the ball out quickly, make it an accurate and easy throw. And you can tell that these two guys, they rep that play in practice all the time, and it's now showing up here on the game.
There's a timeout on the field. Tight game here late in the first half.
I'll tell you, man, I love quarterbacks that have arm talent, but that can throw it accurately at the same time, and you saw all of it on that end route.
Tackle behind the line of scrimmage, and what a big third down stop by this defense. The defense going to stop the clock with a timeout. They want to make sure they have everybody on the same page. Kick is in the air. Not able to pop the big return, but they've got the ball back and ready to go with a fresh possession. They'll start this drive with a pass. He tries to take the top off. And that'll be incomplete. Man, that would have been a big hitter on first down, but second down's coming up. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. Here's the pressure. On the run, and he'll slide to avoid the hit. A nifty pickup there.
You know, QBs want to make those big plays. They want to put up the big stats. But when nothing's there, sometimes you just tuck the ball, get a minimal gain. I like the slide, by the way, too. Get down and don't take a big hit.
Well, the defense finally has figured it out. That was critical for their confidence because they had been scored on earlier. They'd given up a ton of yards. I think they understood the gravity of the situation. Third down, that was critical for them to get off the field, build momentum, build some confidence. Nice job that time by the defense.
Final seconds of the first half. Let's see if they can pull off a little magic. They'll try the run. Shut down in the backfield again, and that might do it here in the half. And what a way for this defense to wind up the quarter. That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin in our halftime update.
Guys, after seeing that, sign me up for another 2 quarters there in Palo Alto. And how can we begin our analysis of that first half without singing the praises of one of the elite backs in football? Racking up huge numbers on the ground, even throwing the occasional block. This kid is the total package. And if this defense doesn't adjust its strategy, he could be headed towards a career day. With that said, let's send it back to the guys on the farm.
Stanford will kick it off to start the second half. Out of the end zone. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. First play of this drive comes from the 14-yard line. Finds his tight end. Turning it on. He'll get it out to the 25, not bothered at all being backed up, and they've got a first down.
And it's frustrating as a defense when you give up that first down and you give up that pass play. But here we go with this offense. They're right back on the ball. You got to flush that. You got to get lined up, and you got to communicate.
That's reeled in. It's Coleman. And an absolutely fearless tackle. Giving up size, still got him on the turf.
I'll tell you, I love the play call on first down here. You're just trying to find an easy completion, and the shortest throw on the field for the quarterback is finding your biggest target, and that's the tight end. Nice job.
They'll go to the ground. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. Thomas looking to fire. Here comes the rush, and they've got him wrapped up at the 28.
Man, this defense is feasting. You can tell. They know they got the lead, and they know they have to pass. So they're pinning their ears back. They're bringing pressure. This offense, they have to do a better job, man. You got to protect your QB. Give him some time if you want to get back in this ballgame.
The Commodores will bring the punt team onto the field. He's getting a lot of work. 4th time he's punted tonight. Coverage team gets the job done, and they'll mark him down at the 38-yard line. First play of the drive comes from the 38. handoff to the lone back. Able to scrounge 3 yards out of that one somehow. It's 2nd and 7.
And I kind of like how the running back didn't mess around. Like, just get downhill when you see an opening. A lot of times they close so fast, man. Be decisive, stick your foot in the ground, pick up 3 to 4, and we are not going to complain.
Creating some space, getting just enough good blocking, and they've got it up to the 47-yard line. Stanford at the line, needing to convert on 3rd and short. Looking to throw for it. Snags it over the middle. That'll be enough for a 1st down as he crosses the 50 and gets it to the 48. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Wants to throw on 1st down. Couldn't find anybody to throw to. He'll just toss it away. It'll be 2nd down.
And you knew he was going to take a step back because you can't throw the ball for over 80% in a season. Like, that's ridiculous. Last week he was on fire, but this week, man, he's freezing cold. And he's got to find something to get this offense going. But right now, just off target. Somebody needs to step up, make a play, and maybe get a spark for this offense.
And it's incomplete, going for the massive, explosive play instead. They're looking at a 3rd down.
And I'm kind of surprised by this performance, man. The QB last week, you could tell, dude, he was in rhythm. He was good timing. You could tell the chemistry with receivers were good. And today, everything just looks off. And it looks hard. It looks difficult. They got to find a way to get back in the rhythm they were in last week.
To be honest, I think the quarterback was a little bit surprised himself at the play call that came in that time. You've got a 3-possession lead here in the 3rd quarter of this game. You're probably expecting some short throw.
It's a running room. An explosive play in the running game as he's got the 1st down.
That's a big key for this offense. Now, you've got the lead here in the 2nd half. You want to run the football. You got to just keep getting positive yards. You got to keep the 3rd downs manageable so you can stay on the field, bleed the clock. That's going to be the key for this offense and their team winning the game.
Got stuffed on 1st down. It's 2nd and 10. Off the bootleg and rolling out. Fires on the move. A little too much on that one, just out of his reach.
And that is a huge missed opportunity for the quarterback. You've got your guy wide open in the end zone. You're not under pressure. You just got to hit him. That ball got away, and that's one he'd like to have back.
On 3rd and long, he's going to have to throw for it. Can't make the grab as he was looking for his man right at the goal line.
That's a big missed opportunity by the defense there, guys. If he's able to make that interception, all of a sudden, their offense is back on the field. But now, because he dropped it, it's still 4th down. And, of course, they're in field goal range.
And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Gentlemen, let's take a look at what's happening in this exciting college football game. Miami is currently up big right now in a game they'll be talking about at the U for a long time. They're up 14 over Troy. This one has actually kind of exceeded expectations. Always a memorable chapter in the book of college football.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. First snap of this drive will come from their own 17. The give to the back. And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it.
You got to give the defense credit. They knew a big key in this one was slowing this dude down, especially after how well he played the last time out. They have been swarming him, they have been gang tackling him, and getting a lot of penetration up front.
All right, if you're a quarterback in that situation, you know there's nowhere to go, so just
cut your losses.
You're right, absolutely. Slide, don't take the extra punishment. You just give up on the play.
On 3rd and long, he'll have to turn it loose deep. Got it in the middle, it's Lewis. He'll be stopped about 2 yards short of a 1st down. And the Commodores will punt this one away. That leg is staying loose, already the 5th kick of the night. He'll get away another punt. He's been really active today, and no doubt he's going to earn his varsity letter. He was working his way toward midfield, but they'll stop him at the 46-yard line. The Stanford offense making its way back onto the field. They've got the lead here. Last time they settled for a field goal, but David got to find that balance between being aggressive and careful.
And I think they'll take that. I got the lead, Palmer. I got the football. I got to take care of the football, put a nice drive together, and just get some kind of points on this drive.
No doubt. Lots to be happy about right now if you're this team. I think for this one, though, on this drive, it's about finding the one-on-one matchups that are in your favor and then exploiting them.
Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long. Looking to fire. And that pass will be jarred loose on 2nd down. That brings up 3rd down.
Well, the offense has had their way all game long up to this point. Finally, the defense is able to make a play. And I'll tell you, after that hit, that receiver is going to be thinking twice about running that route again.
This time it's complete. Nice job to pick up the 1st down, and they'll spot it at the 42. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. They'll ride Davis here. Nice move to pick up yardage. Halfway there on 1st down, it's 2nd and 5. One back in the backfield, and they'll give it to it. It's a seam wide open. Ripping off a good chunk inside the 25, and they're set up with a 1st down. This Stanford offense moving quickly down the field. Leaves it with the running back. Wide open spaces. Pulled down after a nice run, and they're in the red zone at the 19.
This shouldn't be a surprise to anybody. If you've got the lead in the 3rd quarter and you want to keep it, you got to bleed the clock. Best way to do that, run the football. And you're now seeing this offense call these run plays back to back. They are trying to be physical, and they're trying to stay on the field.
He stopped at the 14-yard line, and they'll stay on the attack from there.
When I think you're seeing the mental approach this offense is taking now, the nice lead here late in the 3rd quarter, they're satisfied to just run the ball and chip away at this clock. This has been a really good-looking drive. Plenty of plays. They're staying on the field. They're bleeding and ticking this clock away. Nice job there getting it done on the ground.
At the end of the quarter, it is Stanford holding the edge. And they've built a comfortable lead after 3 quarters of play. Let's take a look at how we've gotten here. Just about ready to go in the 4th, and we'll see if any drama can be mustered. Final stands of the game, and we'll start with the 1st down.
Trick 9B. Ready to go.
Handoff to the single back. They'll finally get him stopped at the 1-yard line. What a run there. Stanford comes up with a 1st and goal.
Let's go. Let's go.
Marches ahead. And this was just a low man wins battle right on the doorstep of the goal line, and the defense comes up with the stop.
Well, and you see the sense of urgency now going up, right, David, on defense here, creating a negative play with their backs up against the wall.
Everybody's selling out to stop the run. Nice job being aggressive by this defense.
I'll tell you, this defense, they've looked really good with their backs against the wall. When they get down in their own end defensively in the red zone, they really just seem to tighten up.
Touchdown, Cardinal! And the pummeling has started.
This offense looking more and more like themselves. This is what we're accustomed to seeing. Last week, more of a blip, right? 0-1 to start the season. Kind of had some bad vibes, some bad mojo. Bounced right back, putting up a ton of points. And this one is all but over. 1-1 is here for this team.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And he makes the extra point. They just finished off a 53-yard scoring drive. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. RPO complete to open the drive.
And defensively, this is exactly what you want, right? You got the big lead, so you can play big zone coverages. Just keep the ball in front of you. Keep your eye on the quarterback. Rally to the football. Gang tackle. And you're going to win this game.
Finding open areas. There he goes. And he earns a first down, and boy, did he earn it after taking that lick. Ball is at the 35. It's 1st and 10. Rides the back and leaves it on the option. They finally wrestle down the senior, but not before he picks up some valuable ground.
It was so important this offense was able to find a way to get in the rhythm, and the running game is now helping that. 2 straight punts on their previous 2 drives. This drive, though, they're having a little bit more success. Big reason why is this running back. He's been able to find some creases to run through, and it's really helping out this offense.
Lost 1 on that last one. It's 2nd and 11. Thomas back to pass. He'll throw it. That's caught. It's Lewis. Caught, and he's close to a first down on the nice pickup there.
It's always interesting how people handle late game. Like, you know this game is over. There's not a lot to gain from it, but some people try to throw the ball deep and continue to make plays. They throw it short. The clock's running out, and there's not a lot to talk about that's going to be positive for this offense.
Shoots it to the left. It's picked off, and they ruin the drive with a turnover. Never really got that return cranking, but the offense is set up at the 30. They'll put the ball in play from their own 30-yard line. They'll give it to Johnson. Finding a way to put that foot in the ground and get it up to the 37-yard line. The Cardinal can be aggressive here on 2nd and short.
And here's the mindset if you're on offense. 4th quarter, you've got a huge lead. Obviously, you're going to run the football, but just be aware of the clock. You don't want to snap it too quickly. You're probably just doing safe runs inside the tackles like you saw right there. You just got to execute. You got to be aware, but you've got this game in hand so long as you don't turn it over.
The Cardinal come to the line facing 3rd and short. They'll try to get the first through the air. Quickly complete. Dragged down, but they'll move the sticks for a first down. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Stanford gets set to snap it on first down. They'll run it. They want to take their time here. They'll pick up 4, 2nd and 6 coming.
And I know you can play these late game situations differently, but I love when you just stay physical. You run the football, you preserve the lead, you got great field position, you're in a great position to salt this clock away and get a W.
He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
Stopping the run is about physicality. It's about I'm bigger than you, I'm stronger than you up front. Really nice job by the defense, showing their strength, bowing up, stuffing the run.
Keeps it on the bootleg, looking to throw. Always a welcome play for the defense as they get a sack at the 47.
Oftentimes with play action, you're asking the quarterback to hold on to the ball a bit longer, and you're asking this offensive line to hold up and pass pro a bit longer. Against this athletic front 7 on defense, it's going to be tough.
Making sure there's no return on that one as the punt sails out of bounds. Vanderbilt has it back and heading out to go on the attack. They'll get this drive going from the 17. Last drive ended with an interception, and they can't afford to have that happen again. Here comes the heat. And that defense gets to him, and down he goes at the 9.
Not one, but 2 sacks on the day, and possibly more to come. Still time left in this football game, and this is a beatdown. You know all passes are coming. This offensive line better do a better job.
Quarterback on the keeper. How about this sophomore stopping him short of the first down line?
Yeah, and it's a nice job by this defense. Understanding, listen, that QB is a threat, and they're going to run all kinds of options, and he's going to run the football. They were dialed in and got that sucker to the ground.
That will take us to the 2-minute timeout, and not much time left for this offense to put together a miracle. The Commodores are way behind the sticks on this 3rd and 4 effort. Thomas looking to fire. And this is going to be incomplete on 3rd down.
And this defense has put a game together. Like, it is hard to put all the facets of defense together. Run defense, pass defense. They've been so good, man. Dialed in. You could tell they were ready. They were fast. They were physical. They dominated this football game.
And they'll bring him down to get the offense started on the next drive. The lone back's got it. You'll take 4 yards on 1st down every time, 2nd and 6.
And I'm a fan of this, man. Run the football, eat the clock. We got the lead. This offense has put together a nice day, man. Like, just balance, rhythm, timing, play calling, everything has worked. That's why they've built this lead. They've had a great day today.
He'll toss it. And that might have been a bad read as the defense just swarms all over the pitch man. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. The Cardinal come to the line with lots of work to do on 3rd down.
Here we go, here we go.
From the gun, wants to pass. Makes the grab. They'll make the stop about a yard short of the 1st down. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. They already have a comfortable lead, up by multiple possessions, but they're going to go for it here on 4th down. Needs it to keep this drive alive. He didn't make it. They'll have to give up the football, and hope is still alive. Vanderbilt has the ball again, and here comes that Commodore offense. This thing got out of hand on them, but they'll try to finish with some pride here.
And this one was a beatdown. And there's nothing you can do about it because this one's over. Jesse, now we got to start progressing for next week, for the rest of this season, so we don't let one bad game turn into 2.
Yeah, there are very few teams out there that won't watch game film, but they may want to skip this one. I mean, because it may hurt their confidence. They just need to turn the page and get ready for the next opponent and forget this day ever happened.
Now facing a 3rd and long. Thomas back to pass. And the deflection by the defense brings out 4th down.
And that's just the kind of game it's been for this quarterback and this offense. You got a great game plan all week long. You're watching it throughout practice. You think you're going to have a chance to light up the scoreboard, but they're just not able to hook up. You've got to give this defense a ton of credit.
They got him for the sack, and now got the ball back after the 4th down stop.
Offensively, this is a beautiful time now because now I get to get all my other guys in the game. Guys that don't get to play that much, we're up. This game's over after that missed 4th down conversion. Now we get to get everybody in the ball game, or if you choose, like Jesse probably would, to go pad some stats and get some more catches, get some more rush yards if that's your thing.
Nice patience by the quarterback here working against zone coverage. He was allowing his receiver an opportunity to find that open space in the defense before pulling the trigger.
And this will be incomplete as the game comes to a close. Just complete and utter dominance in this one. Outplayed their opponent and took care of business.
Yeah, total domination in all three phases of the game. Offense, defense, and special teams. This team came ready to play, and man, it was pedal to the metal right from the opening kickoff.
And that's how you like it. Forget the close games, forget the heartbreakers, this play could decide it. Just frying pan meet face, ball game over.
That will put the wrap on things from here. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis. You've been watching another presentation of EA Sports College Football.